Even if we don't understand each other, that's not a reason to reject each other. There are two sides to any argument. Is there one point of view that has all the answers? Give it some thought. Alder, Pokemon Black and White. Hey guys, I'm back! So I decided that this manga vlog should be about gaming, since playing video games is my biggest hobby. I guess I'll start this off from when I first started playing. My first gaming console was the original PlayStation. You know, the gray dinosaur from the 90s. I don't remember too much about it, but I do remember Spyro the Dragon series. Kind of like the fandom I joined before I even knew what fandoms were. We also had a few arcade games like Pong, Q*bert, and Pro Pinball. We also owned a few games based off of movies. My favorite was Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. I didn't care so much for the story back then, I just loved that I could wield a lightsaber. For Christmas 2002, my dad bought my sister and I a PlayStation 2. Oh, right, I have an older sister. Her name's Julia. I remember this one so clearly because he also got us the next Spyro game, Enter the Dragonfly. Not my most favorite Spyro game, but still one of my best memories. Julia and I used to play this sports game called SSX, which was a snowboard competition. We were pretty even when it came to who won. It all depended on if we got stuck or not. Damn you, 360 pipe! My sister bought the next Spyro game, A Hero's Tale. I think this would have to be my favorite, mostly because Sparks could talk and I just loved the story that came with it. By the way, Insomniac Games, if you could make a digital version of this game, I would greatly appreciate it. Sincerely, a longtime Spyro fangirl. I also got the first Jak and Daxter game. Also one of my favorites, I binged this so much when I was little that my dad grounded me when he found out I was playing this rather than doing my chores. Then, when my dad bought Jak 2, my sister and I fought over who would play it first. It was me. Then, in 2004, when I first started getting an allowance, the first thing I spent it on was a game that would change the way I saw video games forever. Not really. I just wanted to sound cool for a second. The game was Kingdom Hearts.
One day you will realize the stars you were chasing.
This series is over a decade old now and still going strong. As you can see from my lovely background, I have been playing Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key, and I kind of binged it when it first came to North America. I own Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 for PS2, and I also own 1.5 and 2.5 for PS3, and I bought Dream Drop Distance last summer. This series is so amazing I cannot describe it. It's just like, you have to play it for yourself, it's that good. Sure, the story is confusing AF, but you'll get the general gist of it once you play all the games. Moving on to the next console, I received a PS3 in 2008 as a Christmas present. It was the standard bundle that came with that one sports game and Brunswick Bowling. My parents and I played those for a while until I started buying games for it. The first game I bought for it was the Jak and Daxter collection. I own all three for the PS2, but they were having a sale for it on the PlayStation Network, and my dad and I thought it was worth it. You know, looking back on it, it was my dad who got me into video games and continued it up until high school. Now he says I play video games too much. All I thought was, you're the one who fueled my love for it. There's no taking it back now at this point. The next game I got for it was Little Big Planet. I love how customizable your character can be and that you can buy extra levels for it. I ended up getting 2 and 3 as soon as they came out. And to be honest, I still haven't finished the third one because on the last level, I can't jump when the water level is rising. Ugh! I hate having to time it exactly! But still a great game nonetheless. My dad also bought the Sly Cooper collection, and I never owned it for PS2, so this was my first time playing it. I'd say it's a pretty good game. I even ended up buying Thieves in Time. The first one is a bit difficult, but I like the story. I seem to say that a lot. I like the story. Well, for me, that's what makes a good game. That's why I'm not the biggest fan of fighting or racing games. There's just no context in it for me. This was my opinion on Assassin's Creed before I bought it. Now, this story is a good one. One thing you should know about me is that I find it difficult to avoid GameStop sales. They are my drug. If I think it's a good deal, then I will go for it. Anyway, so my local GameStop was having a 4 for $20 sale, so I'm like, cool, let's see what they got. I ended up getting Tales of Xillia, Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, Sonic Force, and Assassin's Creed Black Flag. The only one I didn't really enjoy out of those 4 was Sonic, as I found out it was a racing game. But when I played Black Flag, oh my god, my entire view of it changed completely. Not only was the story good, it was based on real people, and that made it even more interesting. 1 hour of playing this game and I was hooked. You know how sometimes you make plans, then throw them out the window because you found something interesting? Yeah, I binged it for 10 hours that weekend. Do I regret it? Maybe a little. Did I enjoy myself? Heck yeah. Slowly working on getting the whole series. I just need a few more paychecks. Whew, I've been talking a lot for one video, and I still need to talk about my 3DS. I got it in 2013 along with Pokemon X, and the funny thing is, I never intended to buy one. I just sort of did it spontaneously, like when I decided to chop off 10 inches of my hair last year. So, my birthday is near the end of October, and this was the same month that the game came out. I received $300 in Target gift cards that year, and being a broke college student, that was like winning the lottery. Now, I had already budgeted my money for that semester, just enough to buy necessities and maybe a few splurges. So, I go to Target to look around with my new acquired fortune, and there it was. A blue 3DS XL right next to the stand with Pokemon. I could afford the system, I could afford the game, and get insurance on both. And that was where my Pokemon journey started. Last year, I got a new 3DS XL, along with Majora's Mask, and now I own all the 3DS Pokemon games, along with Pokemon White 1 and 2. Like I said in my first video, I prefer RPGs, but there are a few exceptions. Like when Super Smash Bros. Came out. I gave into the hype and bought it. And I have to admit, I actually really like it despite it being a fighting game. I really like the explosion when someone falls off the platform, and my favorite character is Mewtwo. Another exception would be Project Mirai Deluxe. Sorry, I just like the way Miku says it. It's pretty much like Project Diva, but for the 3DS, and everyone in it is chibi form. Okay, that was a long description of my video game history. But now you guys know what kind of games I like. And if you guys want to be friends, I'll leave my PSN name and friend code in the description. By the way, the song I used when I showed Kingdom Hearts was the lyrical version of Dearly Beloved by Amalee. You guys should definitely go check her out. The song is beautiful, and I'll leave the link here and in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!